So this is the start of the Frasier Island trip. We hopped on a ferry from Rainbow Beach to the island. Here are just some shots of the ferry on our way over. And we finally made it to the island. So this is the road on the way to our campsite. It's all sand. The entire island is sand. And here is Home Sweet Home. So the first stop on our trip was to Lake Mackenzie, which is a perched lake. So that means that it is just pure rainwater. It's not fed by any streams or rivers. It's just pure rainwater.
When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like I blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands, I know you're the one. Body and beats, I stain my sheets, I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end, she is starting to cry. Let me go on, like I blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands, I know you're the one.
After Lake Mackenzie, we stopped over to Central Station, which was originally the central hub for the forestry industry on the island. It's home to some of the largest ferns in the world. It's basically this giant rainforest just in the middle of the island. And that is the end to day one on Frasier Island. So the start of the second day, we went to a shipwreck called the Mahino Shipwreck. She was wrecked in 1935 on her way to Japan because she was sold as scrap metal. And a giant cyclone came through that year and left her there on the beach on Frasier Island. So she's just now chilling in the sand. And then here I go, trying to gather people around to take a great iconic picture with the shipwreck.
Should I ask her to take it slow? I don't know. I should offer it.
In the end, we got that great shot. So after the wreck, we decided to walk around. We drove around and stopped at different sand formations along the beach.
Baby, it's true sometimes, true sometimes, true sometimes, true sometimes, it's true.
At this point, we stopped to dig these mollusks out of the sand. Nobody else wanted it. And then, of course, we all had to try it.
Slipping away, but we were just possible.
And if you watch everyone's faces, like 5 seconds after we take our first bite, nobody liked them.
Or am I just asleep? And I'm right in the middle of a beautiful dream. You were listening.
I guess there's a correction there. Greg didn't mind it. Bree's face right there kills me. So next place we stopped was at Indian Head. It is the most easterly point of the island. So it was named Indian Head by Captain Cook in 1770 when he passed it in his ship and he saw the Aboriginals standing there. It was a very cold, windy day, and it started raining.
Baby, it's true sometimes, it's true sometimes, true sometimes, it's true sometimes, it's true. We put your soul slipping away.
So we finally made it to the top at this point, and it was so windy. But it was beautiful.
We put your soul slipping away.
So I'm pretty sure at this point my GoPro stopped working, and I couldn't make any videos for the rest of the day, but I just took a bunch of pictures. There's the group, and of course we had to do a silly one. So after a lot of hiking and walking, we went to a place called the Champagne Pools, which are these beautiful tide pools just right on the beach.
Was it all just a dream? It was a beautiful morning. It was August.
And of course I had to go find all the invertebrates I could. This cute little chitin, and these little anemones in the sand.
Don't know. I should offer an anecdote about some place I used to go. Miami. It's you sometimes, it's you, it's you.
The next place we stopped was called Lake Alum. And the water in this lake has a bit of a brown hue to it, and that's from all the tea tree oils from the tea trees surrounding the lake. And there were turtles on the lake. There's one. And then there are a bunch of little baby turtles. And the last place we stopped on the second day was a place called Lake Wabi. This obviously isn't the lake. These are just like the sand dunes on our way to the lake. It was a good mile and a half walk in. We did it all barefoot. It was fun. There's the lake.
We were just possible. Am I running backwards, or am I just still asleep?
And that ends the second day on Frasier Island. So on our third and final day on Frasier Island, we went to Ellie Creek, which is the largest creek on the east side of the island. It's a relatively quick-moving river that flows straight out into the ocean. So you walk down this boardwalk, and it takes you to part of the river where you can walk in. And we decided the first time to walk down the river. And then Laura was lucky enough to grab an inner tube. At one point, we all just shared the inner tubes. So we were walking down the steps that lead you into part of the river. And there's me and Arthur on our way down the river. So after we were all kind of done going down the river a few times, we all just laid on the bank and sunbathed there as a group. It was a perfect last few minutes there on the island. All in all, it was an amazing trip, and I couldn't have asked for a better group to share that experience with.